here we are for episode 4 of Hoptober. Our fourth recommendation for Hoptober is Troublesome Night from 1997.
This one was directed by Herman Yau himself.
A brief summary of the film from the back of the CN Entertainment disc is as follows. Troublesome Night is a black comedy that comprises 4 individual stories. Tombstone Copying, Lost, Scarlet Red, and Haunted Cinema.
So this is a Hong Kong horror anthology. So those of you that are familiar with The Three Extremes and perhaps the more recent Tales from the Occult might recognise this format. We've got individual stories in there, and it's quite interesting because if you just want a little short burst of horror and you haven't got time for full film, you could perhaps dip in, dip out, watch one of the stories or 2 of the stories, or just pick out your favourites. And we like this format because it's kind of creative. We like programs like The Twilight Zone, The Outer Limits, Black Mirror. So little imaginative stories like that, when presented to you with the enthusiasm that you seem to get in this film, is a lot of fun. And there's a big draw in this, isn't there, Shaz? A big name.
There is, and that would be Louis Koo.
Who happens to look very, very young in this.
Very young.
I guess he would have been young at the time of Troublesome Night, back in 97. I'd say the film isn't overwhelmingly just Louis. We've got a spread of actors in there. You've got some very experienced hands in there, like Helena Law Lan. And you've got some really good actresses, like Ada Choi. And we have Teresa Mack also, Christine Ng, Christy Chung, who a lot of Hong Kong film fans will be familiar with, as she's popped up all over the place, including Jackie Chan films like The Medallion, which is getting a release soon. But yeah, I like the character of Simon Liu in this as well, who seems to be presenting the stories. It opens up with him at a graveyard. He presents the stories in a method very similar to Roald Dahl when he introduces Tales of the Unexpected, which I quite like.
Yeah, that's a good show as well, isn't it? We also had Alan Ting in here. He was very good, wasn't he?
We enjoyed his character a lot in this, actually. I thought he was one of the strong parts of this film, and all of the stories as well, because the characters tend to cross over throughout each story.
Yeah.
Whether or not they were playing the same character, I was a little bit unclear on. But yeah, he looks very similar to Gordon Lamb.
Yes, you were saying throughout the whole film, that's Gordon Lamb, that's Gordon Lamb.
And guess what, folks? Leon was wrong again.
So if you're a fan of small horror stories or like the anthology format, then this might be for you. What's the availability like on this one, Leon?
This has been out for quite a while. So again, it's another Blu-ray that you are able to pick up cheap on the online Hong Kong Blu-ray stores. So I'd say, go and visit them. DDD House, Yo-Yo, any one of those, and you should be able to pick this up at a fairly favourable price. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Hoptober.
And we hope to see you next time.